In the summer of 2008, I hosted an exchange in New York of East African artists from Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda. And 11 playwrights and directors came to New York, and I organized American playwrights, directors, actors to meet with them and interact. And one of those playwrights was Lynn, and she came in with an early draft of Ruined. And we read it with the East African artists, and so that's when I learned about the script. Lynn and I have known each other for years. I directed a play of hers at Women's Project called A Stone's Throw, which was about a woman in Nigeria who was going to be stoned to death for having an affair while unmarried. So she and I had have known each other for a while. Well, they responded very well. They had some really good, strong, clear questions for her, and which I think she was really desperate for. She kind of wanted to be taken to task, but that didn't really happen because it was a strong script, and it was she'd obviously done her research. So they were very excited about the script. They were really excited that an African story was going to be told, and that an American playwright was concerned with an African story. So
does it?
Yes, it does. Last year I was talking to a few of my students about how you build a career, and how you, as a director, how you think about your career. And one of the things I said was that I wanted to make sure that in the next year or two I was able to focus on African stories, particularly African women's stories. And fortunately, I've been able to make that happen. I'm working on another play about the war in Liberia, about 5 women in the war in Liberia. And in Canada, at a theater in Toronto, I'm working on a project called the Africa Trilogy Project. And that's going to be at the Stratford Festival in the next year. So for me to be asked to direct Ruined is really gratifying, because it's, I've traveled. Last year I traveled to Rwanda and Uganda to do research for a couple of projects, and I interviewed a lot of women, and met with organizations that are dealing with HIV specifically. So it's very meaningful for me to be able to work on this play.